This episode of Beauty and the Surgeon podcast is brought to you by Let's Get Checked. Let's Get Checked is an online company dedicated to making professional health testing easy and accessible. Let's Get Checked offers fast, affordable, completely confidential at-home health tests from a range of tests from STDs, male and female hormones, and even COVID-19. Listeners of our podcast who are new to Let's Get Checked get 20% off by using our URL, trylgc.com/beauty, and be sure to use the code BEAUTY20 at checkout. That's trylgc.com, trylgc.com/beauty, BEAUTY, and be sure to use the code BEAUTY20, BEAUTY20 at checkout. Do it. Getting tested is important. It's the responsible thing to do, and you know how important I think it is to make sure you understand your labs. Welcome, everyone, to Beauty and the Surgeon podcast. I'm Amy. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner, and I'm joined today, as always, by Dr. Jason Martin. He's a board-certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon.
Very board-certified.
Wearing his surgeon cap because that makes him a real doctor.
I just put it on sometimes. Like Saturday mornings, I put the surgeon cap on.
Hey, that's a good idea.
I just walked out of the OR.
Yeah.
Like an hour ago, but...
So we have my very favorite episode of the year. But before we get into that, if you are listening and you'd like to watch the amazing clips that go along with this, you can find those on our YouTube channel.
This is definitely a YouTube episode.
It is at Jason Martin MD. You can follow us on all of our social media at Jason Martin MD and at Beauty and the Surgeon podcast. Without further ado, I say we just jump right into 2021 because it's a year I'm not sad to see behind us.
First, let's talk about 2022.
Hasn't started yet. There's only been one day.
I know.
It's a whole new year.
Since we recorded this before 2022, what did you do on New Year's Eve?
I'm guessing, well, we're on trauma calls, so I am sitting by the phone waiting to get calls.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. I'm getting in a private plane. I'm going to...
You can't. You're on trauma call.
This is my make-believe.
Okay.
New Year's Eve. I'm getting in a private plane going to St. Bart's.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to hang out on the beach for a day and just fly right back.
Nice. All right. Well, I'll man the phones while you're gone.
That's good.
I
just
got
answer
this.
those calls
Yeah.
for the trauma call.
It's not that bad of a fracture. I've seen worse.
Yeah, he'll be back in 24.
Yep. It'll be fine. Stop the bleeding. Dr. Martin will be there next day.
All right. So what are we doing exactly for this episode?
So this is always my favorite episode of the year. This is our top 5 moments. So Dr. Martin and I both pick a top 5. We also have just a couple of other like shout outs and highlights for 2021 because as much as I'm glad to see it behind us at this point, it was a remarkable year. So
it was a very interesting year.
And we got a Nils pick this year too.
Yeah, so we have 15 to go through, right?
Well, no, Nils just did 1. Or did you do 5?
No, I did a mashup.
Nils has a mashup, so.
Producer always gets the best.
Yeah, Nils is a mashup.
BS, man.
But I am one of mine is interactive, so I really cannot recommend enough that you stay around until my top 1, my number 1, my top 1.
Who does number 1 work for, Amy?
It's number 2.
I know. That's a throwback to
many all of our
2018,
episodes.
probably. Okay.
Yeah. So if you can hang with us till number 1, it'll be well worth your wait.
Okay.
So I heard from Nils that I am first, but before we get into the videos, we actually have a special picture here.
We just have to show you my Christmas gift from Amy this year.
You have
Amy,
to describe it.
You
describe
describe it.
So I got Dr. Martin some socks because everybody needs socks.
The socks are featuring one of my top 3 hip hop artists, Tupac.
Tupac even has a do-rag.
It has a do-rag. It has full-on Tupac from toe to mid-calf.
Yep, including front and back, and all of his tattoos. What's your favorite Tupac song?
Oh, why'd you have to do that?
Nils, you got a favorite Tupac song?
It's hard to pick.
I mean,
know.
I have to say...
There's a catalog.
Oh, yeah, I know. So many...
everybody's going to say California Love, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty generic.
Dear Mama is maybe... I love Dear Mama.
I was going to say Dear Mama, for sure. But what's the one... I can't remember the name right now. The one where he talks about growing up... oh, my God. That's like every Tupac song. I'll remember it later. Yeah, it's an obscure one. Anyways... Yeah, I think probably Dear Mama.
Dear Mama is it's a classic. I mean, they're all classics at this point because he is no longer with us.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you like your socks.
Yeah, I love it.
They look better on. So again, if you're,
So please go to the YouTube channel and you can see me and my Tupac socks.
Yep, because they're awesome.
Tupac socks. I just didn't name me.
Tupac socks.
Tupac socks. And here they are. If you want to see it, literally right there. There you go.
I mean, they really do look better on.
Right.
Like, because it brings them to life. He's so expressive. I mean, look at the way the do-rag is just like hanging over his one eye. It's so good.
So good. Okay.
It's so good.
To be honest with you, the do-rag should be a little bit off kilter.
Well, that's what I mean, because it is. It's hanging.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's hanging.
He always wore it to the side.
Well, you got to represent.
All right, let's go.
All right. So we're going to start with my number 5. Are you ready for Amy's number 5?
Yeah.
Here we go. Can plastic surgery make you beautiful? This question made me sad because I don't think it can. Like, no, like you are beautiful because of who you are.
What was that song? You are beautiful.
No
Never
matter
say
what they say.
Oh, that was Kelly Clarkson. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. Down.
We can't sing too much. We'll get kicked
Yeah.
off of
So,
YouTube.
can plastic surgery make you beautiful? No,
No.
cannot. Beauty is not defined by, in most cases, by something looking better or worse.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty is defined in humans by the gestalt, which includes your personality, your presentation, your confidence, and everything that goes along with that. We have seen many different times in our office people that wouldn't be categorically "quote unquote" beautiful. They're amazing. They're electric when they come in. They're excited. I don't know. There's something about them. So
Plastic surgery, the plastic in plastic surgery is
Istanbul.
not physical.
Yeah. plastic
Your
surgery.
plastic surgery will not melt.
Yeah.
We can't make you taller. We can make you more symmetrical and aesthetically pleasing, but you're beautiful on the inside in every single way.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's the one thing with this. It just shows you, again, we always harpen back to the same thing with this podcast. It shows you that people really don't know about plastic surgery totally. There's a lot of questions out there. There's a lot of insecurities,
A lot of
anxieties,
sensationalism.
everything mixed together, and a lot of marketing, and at least everyone being super confused. I mean, we've all been in that situation when you're typing in Google and you don't know how to put the word in, right?
And Google fills it in for you.
Oh, yeah. Plastic surgery is probably a very highly searched topic on Google. And I think this is extremely helpful because it kind of addresses the issues that people are concerned about. Changing the way they look, pain, how much things cost.
Feeling better about the way you look.
Will this make me more beautiful? Will this make me look better? Is this worth it? That kind of stuff. I mean, that's like half of our episodes we've done, on this podcast. And we make them specific to the surgery itself, but that's what we address in those surgeries. So it's good to know that Google and Beauty and the Surgeon podcast are on the same page.
That's right. But we're giving out real information.
Yeah. We try to make it a little more entertaining than that. But
Yes.
to be honest with you, the fact that you can just pull those out and look at those is very entertaining too.
Yeah. Well, good job, Dr. Google.
Yeah, good job.
you
I didn't get to
passed.
fight Google this time.
No, you didn't have to fight Google. Maybe next time. I have to say first and foremost that was Christina Aguilera.
No, it's totally Christina Aguilera.
I felt like, I mean, you hurt my soul with Kelly Clarkson.
I know.
It's Christina Aguilera.
It's kind of the same era, right? Because Christina Aguilera was late 90s, early 2000. Kelly Clarkson was...
See, I feel like I don't know who Kelly Clarkson is.
she was on
but-
the show on Fox, the
See, I never watched that show.
It's first American Idol.
American Idol.
Who Wants to Be America's Next Top Idol?
Yes.
Pretty much.
So that was my number 5. And I just loved what you said about, beauty coming from the inside.
Yeah, I mean, your pick was like really funny, but then like real serious and like emboldening and all that stuff. And all my picks were just things I laughed at, basically about you.
Okay.
I just want you to know that.
Well,
so if there's a
there's a lot of
disconnect on this
material
top
out
5, it's going to be the fact that I just picked Amy doing funny things, which is
Yeah,
why I like
there's-
doing this podcast.
There's a lot of that. Okay. Well,
Which,
now
by the way,
I'm
our
a little-
singing together, not really that great.
Not that good. Me continuing to sing after you stopped is
what people don't know is Amy and I used to have an Aspen office, and we would drive up there, and we would just listen to music and sing all the songs. And I'm sure people were driving by like, "What's wrong with those crazy people?"
maybe, but I was going really fast, so they didn't get a good look
That's a
at
good
us. All right. Well, so now that I'm afraid of seeing all the things I said that were not quite eloquent this year, I'm going to pull up your number
No,
5.
some of them were eloquent, but they were funny. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I don't even remember my top 5. So
Well,
let's go.
you're about to.
Yeah, and Zoom, which we've done for the past year or past 3/4 of the year, is great for efficiency and productivity, but is really also isolating people more. Actually having human cues, trading pheromones, whatever that stuff that's going on when you're in front of people, or when I'm doing surgery and talking to the circulating nurse right in front of me, it's meaningful, and seeing them and seeing facial expressions. And stuff. I mean, the mask alone doesn't allow us to read people's facial expressions. I'm sure there's something from an evolutionary standpoint that helps with connectivity with that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
There has to be.
there
right?
is. I mean, even the studies about Botox and babies not having appropriate responses to their to anger and sadness because their moms were like, over Botoxed. Like those are real studies that were done and showed that those kids did not respond to emotions like they should.
Embarrassing.
So take that and put a mask on someone, and same thing, like you're smiling. Like I was joking, we had some pictures taken with some people, and we all had masks on. I said, was everybody smiling? I mean, you can't tell. We're all just like, it's just eyes, like, yes, you can tell a little bit with your eyes.
Lately, with the mask, I've been smiling with my eyes.
And I tried
really,
the smize. You've been doing the famous supermodel, Naomi Campbell. Was that maybe the smize lady? No. Banks. Starts with the T. Tyra Banks. We need to play that. We need to be on the $50,000 pyramid. We'd be so good at it.
Is she on it now? Is that what she does?
No, she does the show. I'm saying you and I, because we'd be good at it.
We'd be good at Amazing
Banks
Race
starts
too.
with T.
Amazing Race for sure.
She would always say smize,
Yeah.
Yeah, smize, smile with your eyes.
Smile with your eyes.
I mean, that is true. We would crush it on the Amazing Race.
Oh, we would kill it on Amazing Race.
And we'd also kill the $100,000 pyramid.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't know. Because that's all a knowledge base, right?
Well, but you have to get the other person to say something. Like,
okay.
like the word is, truck or...
Oh, you're seeing the word.
Yeah, one person sees it.
We killed that.
Yeah, the Tyra Banks.
I was saying if there's something knowledge based, so you'll take like Jeopardy, right? Like there's certain categories that you and I would beat everyone. But like there's other categories where the wheels would fall off.
Most categories.
Yeah, because we know such a small sliver of... But we know everything about that stuff.
But that's all I know.
We'd have to have Jeopardy just for plastic surgery, health, fitness, and longevity.
90s hip hop.
And 90s hip hop. And I'd wear my Tupac socks.
For luck. That was a really good one. All right.
That was good, right?
That was really
the
good.
smize.
I liked the smize.
It's hard to smize when you're over Botoxed, when your
can't.
crow's feet don't move. So if you really want to smize, you got to kind of lay off on the Botox a little bit.
Mm-hmm, you do. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So number 4, we're getting my number 4 first.
Good.
All right. Think of children who have, especially in the last year, haven't seen people, A, without a mask on, B, the only times you're seeing people is on social media that are filtered, that are altered. Do you even know what a real human looks like? Like, it's okay to have visible pores. Like, people have wrinkles when they smile. Like, I think as a society, this is a bigger issue than on an individual level. Like, are we losing touch with what a person should look like?
Exactly.
I think, and that is a question far bigger than our podcast, but it's one that is fascinating to me because it's all tied together, and then you have this reaching and this yearning for a life that isn't yours, but a life that isn't theirs either.
Right.
You're seeing the highlights, and I know these are all trite things at this point, like, oh, you're seeing somebody's highlight reel, like blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, you are. But more than that, like you're building a story about that person in your head based on what they're putting out there that's not even completely true. They don't even look like that. Like they're suing people to get a picture of them taken down. I mean...
Or you do what I do, just post pictures of your dog in nature or me in front of nature.
Yeah, I mean, those are always good. But, I'm serious.
That's all I do.
Yeah.
I'm so bad. People are like, why don't you self-promote? I'm like, I just don't feel like it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, in real life, when you see a person who has had plastic surgery that has been excessive, we talked about how to age like a Hollywood superstar on a recent episode, you know it when you see it. So I think we all need to kind of get back to seeing more people in real life and like embracing people for their differences and seeing the uniqueness of a human that can't be matched by surgery. Like having a surgery can make you more beautiful on the inside.
Exactly. That was very eloquent. What you were saying is actually, I just almost picked that same clip.
Amy Rant.
Right. I do like your Sally Jesse glasses.
Mm-hmm. I
like the fact that there was a call from Tara Terra, right? Because you never know if a Terra should be Tara or Terra.
It is. You have to just guess.
You kind of have to feel the person out, and you're like, are they a Tara or a Terra? And I think she was a Tara.
She was Tara, and we knew that because it was a video clip, or it was an audio clip. She called. Yeah. She left me a voicemail. Thank you.
Also, if you go back and look at that clip again, which you should, I have a blue steel look the whole time.
No emotion.
No emotion, staring at the camera. I was like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
Do you think I had a frontal lobe seizure? Do you think there was a second there where I didn't know where I was?
I think you're just trying to communicate with the audience.
Oh, I was just staring with my blue steel look.
That's right. I think, but I mean, both you and I picked a clip about the fact that, it's not wearing masks definitely alters your ability to interact with people, though, and that's real.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's totally real. And what's even funnier? It's like, we were isolated for so long and then you're going back out. Even to this day, I still have a little bit of residual social anxiety because I got so used to this little program we were on, especially with my relationship with you and Nils and my family and my patients. So I had my little cocoon.
Your bubble.
Yeah. And now when I go out, I'm not a person that has anxiety or social anxiety. I do feel a little bit like that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. It's still there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
5 years from now, we'll know what this all did to us.
is that when we're going to find out how many breasts we have till death? Okay.
Come back
Let's
in
go back to that one.
2027.
Here we go, Miss Negative.
I was the angel of death last year. Leave me
Your
alone.
telomere length, you know?
Yeah.
When I can't
Stem
sleep, I
cells.
just think of all the things that Amy says about death and how I can measure my death coming.
Start laying there feeling your telomeres just getting shorter and shorter.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I do. All right. So let's listen to Dr. Martin's number 4.
What is my number 4? No one knows.
My takeaway, as always, eat a nutrient-dense, properly prepared whole food diet until more is known about the effects in humans.
Maybe Brazilian nuts.
Brazilian nuts?
Yeah.
Brazil nuts?
Yeah, Brazil nuts.
Yes. So
It's not Brazilian?
it's not Brazilian, it's Brazil nuts.
Okay.
Brazilian nuts.
That's something.
That's something different. See?
I just got that. That took me a second.
These nuts.
Yeah, okay.
We
Brazil.
digress.
Brazil nuts. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
that may have been my favorite clip of the entire year.
I know. I was like, I have to pick that one.
Yep.
I was like, Brazilian nuts, and your eyes went up. Like
Brazil
this.
nuts. You're like, yeah, Brazilian nuts.
Yeah, and it took me about probably 3 total seconds to figure out why that was funny.
Yeah, that was awesome. We were talking about Brazil nuts and their benefits for like health of the thyroid.
Yeah.
And for men.
Yeah. As you can see, both of my picks have nothing to do with plastic surgery or the great information that we offer you as the viewer and listener.
Yeah, that's great information on overall health, though, in that episode.
That's true. It's
Yeah.
also good to know that you don't refer to that certain type of nuts as Brazilian nuts.
Brazil nuts.
Brazil nuts.
Brazil nuts, yeah. Just a couple a day. Yeah. That was a good one.
I had 2 Brazilian nuts today, and I feel great.
Not 3, because that's weird.
That's odd. Just 2.
Sorry to all the men of Brazil. All right. So, number 3, we're counting down.
I'm so excited.
Mine get better from here. I mean, well, my first 2 are all the beauty ones. So now I branch out a little from the.
Oh, you're stepping out now?
I'm stepping out from just talking about
Oh,
beauty.
yeah. This is going to get crazy.
Yeah, it's going to get nuts. Here we go.
There's also a double-edged sword to the whole world of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
So you have it's like a duality to it. These people that are quote unquote natural in Hollywood, most of them had plastic surgery. People that run websites that are natural and sell natural products have had plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
These people that go on and sell things on the internet or have you read stories about them being natural, I'm pretty much guaranteed they've had some sort of plastic surgery. So it's not fair to people to look to them and say, hey, I wish I could age like that. What is their secret? What cream are they using? Mm-hmm. It's the cream is called plastic surgery cream.
Well, or they'll buy everything that person is selling, thinking that they're going to look like them. I mean, I think that's definitely something you see in Hollywood is some famous actors, actresses might have product lines or websites that sell very expensive things or endorse very expensive things. And you think that doing those things will make you look like them.
And I want to be very specific. We're not talking about any specific actress or actor. I'm just saying in general, the kind of what Hollywood's like or, in these bigger cities you see. I mean, the reality is that most of these people have plastic surgery and they go to very expert, plastic surgeons and they are plastic surgeons. Okay. They're not
hopefully.
They are. They are.
They are.
Even if they're not, I'm telling you, they are.
I'm gonna start selling plastic surgery cream.
Oh. I mean, if
results may vary.
Right. And the cream would just be for whatever surgery you want, bigger breasts, smaller breasts, flatter abdomens,
less
cream
fat.
on. Yeah.
Yep. You just rub it all over your entire body and see what happens. I mean,
I'd love to be in that business.
Yeah.
I'd work like 2 days a year.
Plastic surgery in a jar.
Have a big
full
warehouse.
Full of humectants and
selling on Amazon.
Yeah.
Forget it. You never see me again. Big ghost.
We have those kiosks in the mall.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery in a jar. Mm-hmm.
That was good.
That was a good one.
I was waxing poetic there.
Yeah.
That's good.
And you're correct that those celebrities that are aging gracefully are aging gracefully
It's funny
with
to
plastic
see
surgery.
if you actually pay attention in these different clips. So some of them have a lot of facial hair. You could tell like, hey, man, did you shave that day?
Nope.
And the other ones, I can tell my haircut was kind of different.
Needing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amy hooked me up with a new person.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre. Literally, his name is Dr. Dre. And I have to say, like, my hair is on point now.
Yeah,
like,
Dre's.
seeing the old hair to the new, nice faded hair.
Yeah, Dre hooks you up.
Thank you, Dre.
Yeah.
Does he have socks too?
No, I don't think he has Tupac
He
socks.
does not have Tupac socks.
I have a haircut with him tomorrow. I should wear my Tupac socks.
You
To
should.
be honest with you, he likes old school hip hop too. So,
Yep. All right. So let's hear your number 3.
all right, we have no idea what it is. Let's see it.
Dr. Martin's number 3.
Let's see it.
And even in most cases, I mean, rare is the time that a person is.
When you chuckle like that, when you go like,
Well, because I think like,
you're
oh,
like it's kind of like now you're gonna drop a bomb.
I have a funny.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just thinking in my mind of like, when would someone see this incision? You know, like it's.
Oh, here
it's
we go.
on the inside of your leg, like where the seam of a pant is going to go. For most people, we do not spend a lot of time like we're in a swimsuit man spreading. You know, with our legs just spread open with like the public walking by. Like it's
Well, what
not.
if you're a man? What if you're a man getting this? There's a lot of men get these surgeries. Not a lot, but some.
Yeah, you wearing like little Speedos out in public, man spreading.
Okay,
Like if you
maybe.
are, then hey, you're gonna not mind that people see this scar.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
It's the same thing I think people realize once they have a brachioplasty, even with short sleeves on.
Brachioplasty, arm lift. Yep.
You know, you don't
You're throwing out a bunch of medical terms this episode.
brachioplasty.
Yeah. Do you think that America knows brachioplasty?
Yes, I do,
Okay.
and I can prove that with
We'll
the
do a
statistics
Google-
on
yeah.
our podcast episode.
We'll look at the Google Analytics on that and see.
Brachioplasty is a highly searched term,
Okay.
as is thigh lift.
We can agree to disagree.
Okay.
Like a brachioplasty, which apparently Amy says everyone knows that name, or what I would say is an arm tuck procedure.
I would never say arm tuck. Where are you tucking it to?
That's a good point.
Arm lift, I'm okay with, but arm tuck, like I can tuck it.
Arm lift.
I can tuck it
I
myself.
meant arm lift.
But like I said, I mean, go back to my man spreading comment. Even with shorts on, unless you're sitting in such a way,
I think that's hurtful the way you say man spreading.
well, I feel like that's something that most people understand. Nils knows what man spreading is. I don't know, with your legs,
No, I tell my son, you got to put your legs
Abducted?
together. Don't do that.
right? Like so,
Yeah, that's rude.
like knees touching, ladies.
Yeah.
I love that you were just listening, drinking your tea, you put it down. Like I got a problem with the way you say man spreading.
I mean, you were like throwing man spreading out the whole time.
Like I said, Nils, what I mean?
And you were really definitive about brachioplasty, even though the man spreading was the funniest part of that clip. Like, you're like, everyone knows brachioplasty. And
Well, based on our, yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure about that. Still, but you know what I'm going to do is I'm going home to Kentucky for Christmas.
You ask people what brachioplasty is?
I'm not even going to put it in context. And I'm going to say, the other day when I was doing a brachioplasty.
But see, that kind of is in context. They'll know it's surgery.
Okay, that's a good point.
Maybe. I mean, as long as you don't
No,
say,
I'll say that. I'll say, what do you think about brachioplasty?
oh, there you go.
And give them the blue steel look.
Yeah. What have you heard about brachioplasty?
What have you heard about brachioplasty?
Listen to an episode of Beauty and the Surgeon. We have several about brachioplasty. They're very, very good.
Very good
Brachioplasty is an arm lift.
Oh, yeah, arm lift. Arm lift,
Lift.
a.k.a. tuck.
I don't know where you got this tucking from.
I have no idea.
Like it's. You
I
don't.
just start throwing words out so people start nodding their heads.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the worst part about knowing medical terminology, because you start talking and people are like, I have no idea what you're saying right now. So you just keep throwing words out till, like, you know, a normal human understands what you're saying.
Just throwing out words.
Yeah.
You know, the arm fat removal thing. Here's your plastic surgery in a jar. Go away.
Right. All right, what's next?
All right. I think we're going to have a word from our sponsors.
Nice.
Let's get checked.
Let's get checked.
We'll be back with our top 2. And I am super excited about Nils' compilation.
And I may put my Tupac socks on.
Dr. Martin, I'm super excited to talk about our sponsor for this podcast, Let's Get Checked. If you've been a listener of our podcast, you know that we have never had a sponsor before, and that's because we're an educational podcast. We're not looking to monetize, and we also would never recommend something that we didn't believe in and or use ourselves.
So basically, you're saying we're very choosy.
We're very choosy
Yeah.
when we come to our testing, but Let's Get Checked really aligns with our values. We talk a lot about monitoring your blood values of certain things. We talked recently about vitamin D serum levels. We talk a lot about hormone levels, and it's hard for some people to get to a lab, or you're afraid of the blood draw, or just, you know, you're concerned about confidentiality. Like you have a lot of concerns and you just don't do it. Let's Get Checked makes it super easy because it's completely confidential. You do it from your home. So there's really no excuse not to do it.
Yeah, and we did it recently. Both Amy and I did it. She looked at her women's health, basically her hormone levels, and I looked at mine on the men's health side with testosterone. It was very simple. You go online. Their online interface is really easy to use and good. We got the testing kit very quickly, And the test itself, actually doing the stick, you do a stick on the end of your finger, is not hard to do. It only took about 3 to 4 minutes. You put it back in a sealed envelope that's confidential, goes back to them. You get your results in 2 to 5 days. It's really that simple. And the best part is it's about empowerment, about you taking control and trying to do things that are positive for your health and life. And this is one way to do it literally from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, so they offer a wide range of tests. So they do men's and women's hormone panels. They do a full panel of STD testing. They also are now offering a COVID-19 test at home. So there are a lot of other just basic blood levels that you can get tested as well. And one of the things that we always say is you can't track what you don't check. So you might not know what's normal for you in the future if you're not checking it now, especially as it relates to hormones. And men's health specifically, I feel like is a little bit undertreated. I mean, sperm counts are dropping by a large percentage in men these days. Most men struggle at some point in their lifetime with low testosterone.
And those men do not know what the symptoms of low testosterone are. Depression, anxiety, sleep problems, osteopenia or loss of bone, loss of muscle, and something we treat all the time, gynecomastia or male breast growth. These are real problems that can be improved or treated with testosterone. And these men do not know their levels. It's so easy to get checked. And this is why we're so excited about the sponsor.
Yeah. And Let's Get Checked is a completely CLIA certified lab, the CLIA lab. So they're a well-established, completely safe lab to use. You do get contacted after, so you get your results. I got a text at 4:30 in the morning, which I loved, that my results were ready.
And we're both up at 4:30, so that was good.
Super excited. And you have access to not only a nurse, but also a physician. So a physician does review your results, and it gives you a little breakdown of like where you're sitting on those levels. Dr. Martin's had even comparisons of like where 2 of the levels should be in relation to each other, which is a really important thing to note.
Right.
Just being within the normal range is not always enough. So it really gave more information than that. You'd still want to, of course, reach out to your own doctor if you needed some additional assistance with these labs or you did see something that was concerning. We didn't, thankfully, so that was good.
Yeah. We were both good. This podcast is about empowerment. It's educational. In my private practice, I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon. We are all about empowerment, and this is one way to do it. So we're very excited about the sponsorship, and we're looking forward to using it for our patients moving forward.
Yeah, so as a listener of our podcast, if you're also a new time user to Let's Get Checked, which a lot of you probably are, we do have a 20% discount code. So you do need to go to our specific URL, and it is linked in the description box below, but it's going to be TryLGC, so TRYLGC, like Let's Get Checked.com/beauty, BEAUTY. And you'll need to use the code BEAUTY20 at checkout. Beauty again is BEAUTY 220. And you can pick a test, like any test you'd like, put in our code and get your test shipped to you. Getting tested is the right thing to do. It's lets you know where you're at and what's responsible.
All right, well, let's get tested.
Let's get tested. Let's get checked.
Let's get checked.
All right, we're back. Everybody get checked. It's 2022. Get your labs checked.
Start the year off right.
With a blood draw.
With a blood draw.
Nothing like a nice blood draw to wake up your year. But yeah, Let's Get Checked is actually not a draw. It's all done at home. So it's really easy. So
Super easy to do, and you get your results very, very quickly.
Yeah, they were good. All right, so I think we're really getting into like the top part, right? We're in the top half of the list here.
I mean, this is when things get really serious.
It is.
Now, it used to be a competition between you and I, but I won so many years.
I just gave up.
That I just decided, this is make it free for 'em, baby. We're not competing. We're on the same team.
We're on the same team.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back and watch our 100th episode, when what I'm going to call the contestants took over and poor Nils, the host, was trying to wrangle us. And we just basically started playing together.
Yeah.
And just took over the game.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we roll.
Yeah, that's the way we roll.
So, yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's true.
All right. You ready for my number 2?
I'm ready.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who does number 2 work for?
And you're my number 2.
I'm your number 2.
All right, here we go. If I had a perfect day, it would involve at least like 3 hours at the gym. Like,
yeah,
I miss my long gym sessions because right now in 2021, I can only work out for 55 minutes at a time.
Right, which is perfect for me, by the way. 45 minutes, I'm done.
Especially on a Saturday. I need like at least, don't you have some of Paul's like 2.5 hour, shout out to Paul Revelia, 2.5 hour leg days?
Yeah, I do.
How do you get those done in 55 minutes?
Woman,
I can't.
I go fast.
I can't. And then you know what I really like to do is just kind of sit at the gym and just like watch people like in a sunny corner.
Oh, I hate
with
you're
my
a lurker.
book,
You're a lurker.
with my book.
And you
my
could do that
water
as a
bottle.
woman. If I did that as a 47-year-old
kick you
man,
out.
yeah, they'd be like, dude, quit staring at the...
Yeah, they would make you leave.
Yeah, I'd be like
I would
I'm not
complain.
staring at anyone because I'm a plastic surgeon. Like,
There's some creepy guy in the gym staring at people.
it would be me
Yeah.
because you told me to sit there and stare and do
Journal.
whatever I do.
sit around.
Anyways,
Love the gym.
getting back to the show, that pretty much is. That's basically every conversation that Amy and I have.
Mostly we talk about the gym
Right.
and what happened at the gym.
What I was trying to say is I'm a plastic surgeon. I look at naked women all the time, and I'm not staring at you. If you want me to, I can tell you what's wrong. But that would have been a really mean comment, especially at the gym, because we don't believe in body shaming, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So, but it is weird that you spend 3 hours at the gym.
Not 3, but I mean, when I had Paul's crazy leg days, I mean, they would take me at least an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, and I had cardio. And sometimes I had up to like 50 minutes of cardio a day.
Yeah.
So like I would be there legitimately. Well, I guess that is almost 3 hours. I mean, because like by the time you like get to the bathroom in between that and like wash my hands a bunch of obsessive compulsive times and
That's way too much.
read an entire book. Yeah, it was a lot. But it was at Tiffany Plaza and there was like these big floor to ceiling windows and the sun's always coming in and like
Nice, man.
right next door to Whole Foods. Like I could go to kombucha when I was done. It was not a hardship. I had the
Yeah.
time. Yeah. I think, I mean, and not everybody does. And I feel very fortunate that I did.
Yeah, you're very blessed.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And shout out to Paul Revelia
Shout
and
out to
Team
Paul.
Pro Physique.
Yeah, and Pro Physique.
All right. So I'm super excited for your number 2 now. I don't know what it is, but
And neither do I.
I'm excited, not the same. And I feel like it's, what was that? The children's book, The Monster at the end of this book. I feel like that's my number 1 because I am telling you, hang in there. My number 1 is outstanding.
Okay.
All right. But here's Dr. Martin's number 2.
Did you see these Hollywood people not bathing and not washing themselves?
Yeah,
for
but I
this
haven't
reason?
really looked into it. Is that why?
That's what they're talking
To
about.
bring the fat to the skin?
Yeah,
you know what
to-
happens? It oxidizes and you smell bad.
Well, they're not worried about the smell.
Oh, okay. They want it for the hydration?
Yeah, for the hydration.
Like literally that's why old people smell. Because their bodies can't break down the lipids on the surface and they go rancid. That's why old people have that old person smell. That's a real thing.
So you're telling me that Ashton Kutcher smells like an old person?
Well, he might if he's not taking a bath.
I don't know. That was
bunch
like
of oxidized
I didn't
fat
read the
on the
article.
skin.
As usual, I did not read the article.
I haven't read it either.
No, I didn't read the
Yeah.
article, but I read the headline. Ashton Kutcher does not bathe. All he does his armpits and his groin,
Oh, well,
and then he washes once a week.
which is water. I mean, or does he just not use soap or does he not use water?
I'm not really sure what his cleansing method is.
You weren't in the shower with Ashton
No,
Kutcher.
with Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
I mean, I am gonna. I mean, if you ever want to tell me about the shower time with Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, I'm game.
So again, it's hard not to watch yourself. I mean, what was going on with my hair there? Did you see that? It had
I
like
wasn't
this
even
kind
paying
of
attention.
afro mohawk thing going on.
Oh, it was probably just very long.
But the fact that you immediately threw out that fats on old people go rancid.
That's true.
On their skin.
They oxidize.
I mean, how do you know this stuff?
This
I mean,
is-
what book are you reading?
Anatomy. Well, because all the
I went through anatomy. I'm a doctor.
the lipids, the oils, they come to the surface and they get rancid.
I got it, Amy. But I think you have a search engine that's not a normal one. Like there's Google and then there's Amy Google.
Yes. I mean, we've realized that in some of our
Yeah.
episodes of Beauty and Surgeons.
This I'm sorry, the stuff, excuse me, that comes out, the stuff that comes out of your mouth is still to this day perplexing. Have we worked together for how long now?
This will be 2022 becomes year 15.
Now we're gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get you something. What do I get you?
I don't know.
A diamond or a
Yes.
place?
Right? Like my answer is yes.
Hey Barb, I gotta give Amy a diamond.
I mean, I'd rather have a car. Can I get a car?
Oh, yeah.
Do I get to pick what I get?
It'll be like Oprah. Just go underneath your seat, see what's down there.
Right? I am hoping it's a car.
We should do that. We should have the Amy's 15th anniversary special.
That was kind of like our 100th episode. Like,
Yeah, we should do that though. And
Yep.
then I should put a present underneath your seat. You can open it up for the podcast.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this is you guys all get a present for my number 1. So
Okay.
yeah. All right.
This is wait. Is it really that?
This is
good?
your number 2.
Oh, this is my number 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is your number 2. My number 1 really
Can we
is
just do
second.
my number 2?
No, we did my number 2. Or was that your number 2?
That was my number 2.
That was your number 2. I can know. Yes, that was your number 2.
Okay.
So my number 1 has an interactive component.
Okay.
All right. That I have here.
Should I put my Tupac socks back on?
It's up to you.
Okay.
So let's watch it first, and
All right.
then I will show you what I have in this bag. And there's one for Nils too.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yep. So the clip is going to give it away
That's okay.
without further ado.
That's all right.
All right.
All right, this one's to Amy. Ready?
All right.
Here we go. You don't want to linger on your cod liver oil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I definitely said that.
Yeah, that was definitely Amy.
Is that A, episode 79, skin tightening technology? B, episode 7, facelifts? Or C, episode 61, when experts need experts?
This is hard.
This is hard.
This is very hard.
I'm gonna go A.
I would have said A also.
And I said it.
Very
Yeah.
Yes, and you did say it, Amy. Of course you did.
I feel like after that episode, you know why I remember that is because I went to Vitamin Cottage after and I texted you a picture of the cod liver oil.
But first, I think we need to establish the fact that cod liver oil is disgusting.
It's really gross.
Whatever benefit it brings you as a human being,
It's very, very high.
it is not worth the disgusting
is.
taste in your mouth.
Yes.
And the fact that you have to eat it as quickly as possible
just
shows
chug
that you
it.
are demented.
Yep.
Don't
Just
linger.
shoot it. Don't linger on
Do
your
not
cod liver
linger
oil.
on the cod liver oil.
Yeah.
But there were like 4 good cod liver oil lines from that episode. I had to kind of figure out which one to use there.
Gotcha.
Well, that's not the. We've talked about cod liver oil in a number of episodes.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. Yes.
So yeah, and I feel like every time Dr. Martin says, "Where do you even get that?" and I say, "In the refrigerated section." It's in the refrigerated section.
If anyone listening to this right now has ventured to the grocery store solely to get cod liver oil, you need to have therapy.
Well, what if that's the only thing you need?
Okay.
Good point.
So, I just happen to have some Arctic cod liver
Oh,
oil
no
here.
way.
And you know what? It was the only thing I bought. Because it was the only thing I needed. And,
Oh, no.
yeah,
This is like the...
there's one for Nils.
Oh, no. This is like the... What was like this before? The
The
turmeric?
turmeric.
turmeric
Yeah.
ate the whole stick.
All right. So
Yep.
she's... Just for everyone listening, she just handed me 5 cc's of cod liver oil,
Which is a serving, and that is 1 teaspoon.
which is like... oh, my God. I can't believe we're doing this. Can
Is-
we mix this with tequila or something?
Well, that's
I mean,
why I gave Nils water.
I should have drank less of my water.
All right.
I'm gonna record me doing it on my phone too, so I have.
so you-
I mean, if it helps at all, mine is the fullest. Like, I have a good 6 cc's in mine.
Okay, yeah. So you have an extra 0.3 cc's.
Yep, I got the big one.
What's it smell like?
Strawberry. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Are you
All right,
ready?
we got to do it all at the
Okay.
same time.
Smells like fish berries.
All right.
That's exactly correct.
Oh my God! Are we ready?
We just
Yeah, you just.
inject it in your
Yep,
mouth?
it's like giving meds to a dog. Here we go.
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. That tastes like a fruity cereal mixed with
Tuna.
Tuna.
Yeah,
That is. There is nothing worse than what I just ate. And what is this doing for me right now? What is this?
This is amazing health benefits for you.
like if you ate cereal out of a tuna can.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, it's like a little residual tuna with like Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, be glad that the Fruit Loop flavor is there because without it, it's just straight fish. This is amazing. This is my favorite brand of cod liver oil. If anybody is interested, it's the Nordic Naturals. This is the strawberry. They also come in orange.
Nils's face.
Okay,
Are you feeling this, Nils?
I feel like I have to tell everyone that I gave Nils water before we started. Okay, so I am not heartless.
I had no idea.
I was nice. So yeah, you don't want to. That now you understand.
It just lingers.
It lingers.
Oh, it's not gone. No, it's just hanging out.
It's
Like,
like back here.
it moved in. It's VRBO'd in my mouth.
I have gum for anybody who's interested.
That's good.
It kind of tastes like fish gum if you had like
Oh yeah,
like Hubba Bubba fish flavor
Yeah.
or something.
there probably is a place in this world that people would like that
Yeah,
taste, but
yeah.
that's not here.
Well, there are 48 servings now, 45 servings in this container. So if you guys want to do this as a, just pregame,
That better have made me.
Just get it going. Just do
beauty
it
of the
before you go
surgeon.
out. Do
Yeah.
a couple shots of that. Get ready for the night.
yeah. So
And
you're
it's very oily too. Just FYI.
well, it is straight fish oil, but your heart is getting healthier, your brain is active, you have better immunity. Like really amazing. I don't know that there's a more superfood thing out there, but
All right.
you don't linger on your cod liver oil.
Don't linger on it.
for a reason you now understand.
But I just want to make it real clear.
Now I've traumatized Nils
Nils
for
got
life.
the water. I didn't get anything.
I gave you tea.
It was drank before I did the cod liver oil.
Oh, well, it's not my fault. You chugged a whole cup of tea before we started.
That's okay. I'm a man.
want
I
some
can
of
take
mine?
it. No, I can take
Oh,
it.
okay.
I just wanted it to linger in there. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm
Well-
ready for the party.
Well, now let's listen to Dr. Martin's number one.
This again. I'm not totally sure what I picked, but
We're
how
all
you
about to
doing?
find
How
out.
you doing?
Because obviously, as you mentioned, the woman who went to Costa Rica and never came back. There are definitely.
I'm not really
pros and
sure that woman
cons.
existed. I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This fictitious woman.
Yeah.
But,
And he said you got to look away. You got to say
I'm not sure.
she went to Costa Rica and she never came back, and you look away.
Like, I'm glad that you got such thorough medical training.
Yeah, this guy was a hoot, man. That guy was funny. He had a lot of those things where he would keep it in his pocket and pull it out. You know, when people came out with crazy ideas.
He had his little Rolodex of things you say to
Yeah.
people. I think that's awesome. So another pro is low stress recovery without the demands of home.
Oh, please.
That's a great reason to travel.
And
for
plus, you're in
surgery.
Colorado looking at the mountains. I mean,
Yeah, or even if
put
you
on
don't
some
come-
John Denver.
Yeah,
Go recover out in the woods.
even if you don't come here to recover, I just mean traveling in general. You know, you're not home. You're not having to do the dishes and the laundry. And
Yeah, but that
having
would
your
stink
kids
if
and-
you lived in like Santa Barbara and you had to go to like Detroit for your surgery.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's still the demands of home. I said
Demands
low,
of home.
I said low stress. I didn't say beautiful.
Okay,
I did not say picturesque. I said low stress.
gotcha.
Without the demands of home. And that really is a big one, especially for, men and women who work or have very heavy demands at home. It's really hard to be back home, even if you are recovering from surgery and not, do stuff.
Especially with the children's.
Right.
Yeah.
Or your own house. I mean, like, do you not do the laundry? Like, really? You gotta sit there and let somebody else do the laundry for you? Like, most people can't just sit there and do nothing.
Right.
So.
Or you can't. That's reading between the lines. On that.
Exactly. I can't. So most people,
My wife
meaning me, I cannot.
Yeah. So out of the country gets into a whole bag of worms. Is that still a saying anymore?
Yes, I think
Okay,
it is.
good.
Worms still exist.
Okay. I don't know. What is bag of worms? I mean, what does they mean? Because they're slippery.
I think it's just because if you open it, they all just go all directions. They're hard to contain.
I mean, what are you opening the bag upside down?
Yeah, you dump it.
Okay.
And the worms just go everywhere.
This is definitely something from the 20s or 30s. Anyways, it makes me think we should start like a satellite practice in some resort area.
Well, we've done that.
Well, I mean, Aspen, I guess, is a resort, isn't it?
Yes, we have done that.
I know we need like a beach.
Well, that's what I've said. I have said this repeatedly. Like, we are never, the next office we open is going to have sand and beach
Oh, so,
because
Nils, what's your call? Where do you want to go? Where's the beach area you want to go? I'm
warm beach.
saying St. Bart's.
Not going to Southern California or to Northern California.
What?
Warm beach.
You
Yeah,
want
St.
to stay in the
Bart's.
U.S.?
No, I don't want to stay in the U.S. I just mean warm beach.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want
St. Bart's
cold
is warm.
beach. Yeah.
Nils?
And I don't like warm. I'm a Viking.
Oh, my God.
He's like Vancouver Island. Yeah.
Ice,
Canada.
Banff. Oh, Banff
Iceland.
is beautiful. Yeah.
Greenland?
Greenland. No, yeah.
Some remote outpost. We're doing surgery up there?
They need it.
Yeah.
People need surgery.
Well, okay, we'll work on that.
Thank you all so much for listening to this podcast. Hopefully you listened in 1.5 speed like I do.
Yeah.
So you got the full fast forward
Because you got to be
experience.
really type A, OCD, and efficient like Amy. You can't enjoy the content.
No.
You have to do it really
Faster.
fast.
More podcasts.
So you can successsually listen to everything you wanted to listen
Pack
to.
more knowledge
You-
in there.
You definitely do not have pathology.
No, not at
Okay.
all.
More fast, more information.
More. Just pound it in. You know what the best, I mean, the thing is though, I will listen to podcasts very quickly, but I'll listen to them multiple times.
Right.
So I get the information very rapidly a lot.
Right.
Yep.
That's also pathological.
Also totally normal. We should absolutely open an office in a resort area, somewhere like
We're not letting Nils choose.
Aspen.
Yeah. So, someone said that to me before. I was like, oh, I wish I had an office, like a beautiful area, not just a city. And they're like, you were in Aspen. Oh, that's a good point. It's kind of beautiful up there.
Well, Denver's not exactly unpicturesque.
No. Denver is a very picturesque city.
Yeah.
So, man, those are really, really good top
Those were
fives.
really good. I'm looking forward now to having a Nils mashup coming up.
Before we do Nils' matchup, I just want to say in those top fives, we did travel for surgery, right?
Happiness.
We did happiness. What else? Come on, Amy, you're better than this man.
The top 100.
We did brachioplasty.
Thigh lift.
Sorry, thigh lift. Sorry.
Yep. Some of mine were more recent. I feel like I should know these. Can fat predict your age?
Yep.
We did that. That was one of yours. You know what I will say that I did not get to comment on is that during our top 100 episode, I got to wear a crown, and Nils didn't think I would want to. And I was actually very excited to wear that crown. That was like the highlight of my day. That made me so happy. And I was actually glad I had my hair down because like there was definitely something going on with like the crown and the hair.
Yeah, you had a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. Someone ran into my car that day. Like a lot happened to me that day.
It was traumatic.
I got
and
to
also
wear a
awesome
crown
at the same time.
Mhm. So yeah, the crown was amazing. But yeah, we covered a lot of good topics in 2021.
Man, I mean, there's so many good episodes, and like going back through all these episodes and listening. Amy and I are a lot better at doing podcasting now than we were a long time ago.
Well, we're about to see if that's true.
Okay, well, it's probably not. But there's actually a lot of information there. And I found myself like actually into what we were saying in a weird dissociative way, like almost like I wasn't listening to myself. I was just listening to the information and the interaction, and they're really good. So if you're watching this and you're like, what the hell is this show or this episode or this podcast? Just know that we give a lot of great information on plastic surgery, health, fitness, wellness, self-perception.
Research we're into. One of those was from research we're into. Yep.
And then also we do discuss at length Amy's pathology, which is very entertaining. Okay.
And my dyslexia.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I want to say.
Comes up every now and again. Might come up now.
What do we got, Nils?
All right.
It's just a good review of the year.
Okay. Good.
Mashup.
A mashup. All right.
Let's do it.
Here we go. And I hear people ask that of the front desk too. Like, am I forgetting anything?
I asked that one time to the lady at Costco, and it didn't go as well.
What am I forgetting? She's probably like,
what am I forgetting? She's the whole store.
Right? Did she say like, do you have a list? Like, read your list, man.
I was like, I know I'm forgetting something. That's the worst feeling. And then you have
Especially at
1,000 people
Costco.
behind you. I know.
That's why I make a list. Can't go into Costco without a list. It's like death.
I know.
Because you'll leave with a whole cart full of stuff that you didn't need, and the one thing
which is what happened.
don't.
And I did not come home with the garbage bags, and that's what it was.
Well,
And
that
it
is kind of
drives-
tragic. See, that's why I like Google Keep, because I have like a checklist of a list, like a grocery list, and it saves it. So even if I check it off one week, I can literally just go back through the list of stuff I've already checked off and be like, but did I really get all those things last week? Am I good on all those things still?
You are so over the top OCD.
It's good times. It's good here in my brain.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm not far behind you, but at least I'll go into Costco without a Google Keep list.
Well, you are taking your life in your hands, man. See, you have a credit card with a higher limit than mine. That's all that means. When you leave with an inflatable
That's
raft,
rich guy problems.
right? You got an inflatable raft and an exercise bike and like, a whole new tool set.
Why'd you get the tent? We have 3 of them. I don't know. It was on sale.
It's on sale. I also got like 3 new mattresses. Yeah. I'll ride on
I got
motor.
one of those camping chairs with an umbrella over it.
I've always wanted one of those.
I have too. I have honestly wanted that chair. So I don't go on TikTok. I should, but I don't.
Actually, you probably shouldn't. I
And I
don't
went
know if it's
on
a
it.
place where middle-aged men
Right.
should
And I
hang
went
out.
on it, and it was basically showing me pets. Okay.
Aw.
Like animal.
Like Flambeau the dog.
Very raunchy TikToks related to married couples.
Oh.
Okay. And then random cooking things. And I was like, I've never been on this. And I'm sure when my daughter set it up, she probably put my age in there. So
Actually, I set up TikTok.
oh, you did?
Yes, I did. And your age is not in there.
Okay. So
It's my age.
so that was you. Maybe there was 1 or 2 face transplants even done.
It
at
was
that
the
time.
gorilla woman, the one who was attacked by her
Yeah,
gorilla.
yeah.
And like she has talked immensely about how like messed up she is about that too. Because it's weird to suddenly start looking like somebody else.
Right.
Like that is not the goal. Yeah. So
she's not messed up about being attacked by a gorilla?
Well, maybe that too. It was her gorilla, so I don't know. Maybe.
First off,
Right.
I mean, that would be the first thing that I would.
Plus my face is someone else's
Yeah.
face.
All right.
What a yeah.
God
All
bless
right.
that woman.
Welcome everyone to Beauty and the Surgeon podcast. I'm Amy. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. You're like head bobbing over there.
I'm ready to go.
I am joined today, as always, by Dr. Jason Martin. He's a board-certified plastic reconstructive surgeon. Welcome, everyone, to Beauty and the Surgeon podcast. I'm Amy. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner, and I'm joined today. Wow, I said that fast. I'm joined today by, as always, by Dr. Jason Martin.
I'm here.
He's
I'm
a
here.
board-certified
I'm ready
plastic
to go, Amy.
reconstructive surgeon.
Ready to go.
And I'm joined today, as always, by the one and only Dr. Jason Martin. He's
It's
a
on my
board-certified
scrubs, Amy. It's on my scrubs.
Jason Martin, MD. And I'm joined today, as always, by Dr. Jason Martin. He's a board-certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon.
Yeah.
Dr.
I'm
Martin.
really admiring your glasses, Amy.
Thank
your
you.
glasses are looking on point.
They're very pink. Do they make me look smarter?
You're like Sally Jesse Raphael.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Red. She always wore those red
Yeah,
glasses.
you got pink.
Yes. He's a board certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon.
I'm very board certified.
Well, that's an important thing to look for in a surgeon. He's a board certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon. If you don't know why that matters, listen to episode 106 where we talk about board certification.
We broke it down.
And I'm joined today, as always, by board certified Dr. Jason Martin.
Extremely board certified today.
Dr. Martin, how you doing?
I mean, as usual, I'm feeling very board certified today.
Well, that's good. Dr. Martin, how you doing?
I'm feeling today extremely board certified.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's good.
More than normal.
More than normal. As always, by Dr. Jason Martin. He's a board certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon. Also looking quite fresh.
Very fresh.
Just got your haircut like literally just now.
Like about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's looking good.
That's what you do when you're a board certified plastic surgeon.
There's a podcast I listen to where the host always introduces the co-host with some magnanimous title.
Yeah, I like that.
The magnanimous Jason Martin, MD. He's a board certified plastic and
I'm
reconstructive
very
surgeon.
magnanimous.
And I'm joined today, as always, by the world-renowned, one and only Dr. Jason Martin.
Number one.
And I'm joined today, as always, by the resplendent Dr. Jason Martin, MD.
I'm very resplendent.
He's also a board-certified plastic surgeon. Dr. Martin,
First, I have to look up that definition.
how you doing?
Good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm resplendent.
and I'm joined today, as always, by the devilishly handsome Dr. Jason Martin,
I'm
MD.
very handsome.
I'm joined today, as always, by the not quite centenarian.
I'm not a centenarian,
He's
but
like a halfsy.
I'm still resplendent.
yes.
I still got that going for myself.
Yes. I'm joined today, as always, by Dr. Jason Martin.
That's me, Amy.
He's a board-certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon. Dr. Martin, how you doing?
I'm doing really good. It's a beautiful fall day when I woke up this morning. I've done a facelift and now we're podcasting.
It's like all things.
Today is a good day.
It's a good day.
Yeah.
So you say it was a good day?
Yeah, it was a good day.
Didn't you have to use your AK?
No, breakfast with no hog. Yeah.
It was a good day.
That's my favorite line from Ice Cube. But
Thank you so much for everyone for listening, and we hope to see you here. Hear you here? Hear us here?
see you in here.
Hope you hear us here next
Hope
time.
you hear us, see us
Next time.
next time.
That's so good, Nils.
I mean, like, as always,
You're
Nils.
such a good editor.
Nils
You're-
knocks
like,
it
he's
out of
so
the
good
box.
at editing. I know.
Nils is, of course, the best. Always.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That was fun.
This whole show is good because of Nils. Because
that's
if
true.
it involved Amy and I doing anything but being Amy and I, it would fall apart.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think they got a glimpse of that.
lighting, production, editing, keeping on point. So
Talking. The words, sometimes they're hard.
yeah, I personally think in the future Nils should be a regular part of the show, but that would require him to not do the show and just be on the show. So we got to figure out. That's kind of a puzzle within
He's
a
sort
puzzle.
of on. I was slightly worried that his compilation was going to include me singing the scrotum song to you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was like, I had a hot mic for that.
Oh yes.
Yep. So I'm thanks for not putting that in there.
That's the other thing. Nils in the future could really hurt us for the non-episode footage because this thing's on a lot,
Yep. And there are times that we were just sitting here talking.
and I tend to have a potty mouth too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So thank you, Nils. That was
Thanks, Nils.
awesome.
You're the man.
Sorry,
And thanks, Sarah.
sorry I gave you cod liver oil. All right. Well, so now we have a really awesome special shout out. We got to be hosts this year on a podcast, the She's Gonna Say It podcast, and it was awesome. Like, it was so much fun. They had great questions. Highly recommend looking them up. You can find them wherever you listen to podcasts. I listen to them on Spotify.
Yeah, they're great.
They're really fun. They talk about, just kind of, I think she said like things they wish they'd told themselves when they were 20.
Right. It's
So-
like super entertaining.
Yeah.
Very, very much. So
They do like book club and like they talk
Yeah.
about self-love and just, it's really awesome.
really,
So,
really good.
What
And
was the episode you guys were on? Was it Don't Google Your... Or Don't
don't group on your plastic surgery. Yeah, and it came out in November of 2021-ish. Yep, about November. So we loved it. Thank you, ladies, so much for hosting us. It was really awesome. So, and we hope that your audience enjoyed it.
yeah, we
Also,
enjoyed it. So
We
thank you.
loved it. Yeah. So that was it. That was 2021 in a nutshell. You're supposed
What?
to say, no, this is me in a nutshell.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's
This is
How'd I get this
This is
bloody
my
big
life.
nutshell?
This is it. This is it.
Yep.
So 2021 was also kind of a tough year. 2020 was kind of tough too.
Yep.
We've had 2 tough years in a row. And so I'm now making a declaration since I'm a resplendent board certified plastic surgeon. 2022 is going to be kick-ass. Okay? We're not going to have negativity. Everything's going to be positive. Everyone's going to be body loving.
Beautiful body loving
Beautiful
people.
body loving. We're going to be happy. We're going to be proactive. We're going to achieve our goals. Amy is going to take a deep breath and not listen to podcasts on 1.5 speed.
I'm going to 1.75.
What else is
I believe in myself.
She's going to go to 1.25 speed. Not one, but just a little bit faster. Amy, what do you think 2022 is going to bring us?
Well, I'm excited for an even year. I don't know why. I like even years better than odd
Right.
years. So I'm honestly like, I'm just going with that
Right.
and just
You're
seeing
just keeping a low profile.
seeing where the twos take us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I personally want to say thank you to everyone who listens and watches. This year we went over 1,000 viewers or subscribers on YouTube,
Subscribers.
which was kind of it's a small number in comparison to maybe all of YouTube, but for us it was a big deal. And the number of unique downloads for our podcast is, it's absolutely unbelievable that we reach so many people. And the reason we do this, the reason that Amy and I do this, I thought we were going to.
Oh,
I didn't know what was going on there. The reason
taking a drink.
the reason that Amy and I do this, the reason we do this, Nils and Sarah and all of us contribute to this, is that we are passionate about getting real information out to people, specifically on these topics that we cover, and we love it. And we love empowerment. We love to be together. But I guess most importantly, we just like being together.
Yeah, we do.
So. That's all I got. You got anything else?
That's all I got. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. There's going to be a phone number that's showing up at the bottom of the screen now.
Right here.
That phone number is
And
303
you've noticed that Nils is just really stepping up the game.
630, yes, 9038. You can leave me voicemails, you can send me texts. We do love it. We had a couple episodes this year where we answered listener questions and they were awesome. So we'd
That
love
was
to.
Tara.
I also think, was it Dave that you accused of being a medical school student that was trying to get information on a test question?
I got you, Dave.
So yes,
I'm looking right. I'm blue stealing Dave right now.
we do love it when you leave us comments, rating, reviews. If you have any ideas for future episodes or just want to shout us out, we would love a 5-star rating and review on the iTunes, which is no longer iTunes, the podcast app on Apple's podcast app, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
So iTunes, is this gone? What happened to iTunes?
It's just no,
Music now.
yeah, music and then podcasts. It's all separated. There's just too many podcasts. So
Can they trademark music and podcasts?
I'm sure they've tried.
Apple probably can't. They're more powerful than a country. Okay.
Yes. But thank you everyone so
I'm
much.
going to trademark air. Okay.
We look forward to seeing you in 2022. And like now it is time to cheers.
To
Dr.
do our
Martin.
cheers?
To do our
Cheers. Thanks, team.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, Let's Get Checked. Let's Get Checked offers fast, affordable, and completely confidential health testing for everything from STDs, male and female hormones, and even COVID-19, right from the comfort of your own home. And remember, new customers and listeners of our podcast get 20% off by using our URL, trylgc.com/beauty, and be sure to use the code BEAUTY20 at checkout. That's trylgc.com/beauty and use the code BEAUTY20, beauty, BEATUY 20 at checkout. Get checked. It's the right thing to do.